Hey guys, welcome back to Hawk Talk. So today I'm going to be doing a Seahawks versus 49ers Week 13 game preview. So in Week 13, the Seahawks are playing against the 49ers. This game is going to be an interesting game to watch, mostly because of the injuries, I think. So with that being said, let's look at the injury report for this week. So for the 49ers, the players who are not going to be participating in this game are wide receiver Deebo Samuel, who is arguably the best player on their team, offensive lineman Colton McKivitz, linebacker Fred Warner, who is probably in that conversation with Deebo for best player on the 49ers. He's on defense. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw, another defensive player. Another linebacker Marcel Harris, and the defensive lineman Maurice Hurst. So this is quite big for the 49ers, I'd say, especially because a lot of their players that are injured are key players. So the Seahawks should be able to take advantage of that. For the Seahawks, Jacob Eason is not playing. Alex Collins, who is their starting running back, is not playing. Phil Haynes, their guard, isn't playing. And Damian Lewis, who is a guard for the Seahawks, probably one of the best Seahawks offensive linemen, is not playing, along with Robert Kondichi and Nigel Warrior. So the Seahawks also have, a couple big names that are being are going to sit out for this game, but I think the 49ers probably have, a bigger injury bug on their team. So let's get into the key matchups for this game. So I think one of the key matchups that's going to be interesting to watch is the Seahawks wide receiver duo against the 49ers secondary. We know that DK Metcalf hasn't been getting the targets that he wants. He hasn't been getting the catches. So we'll see if Russell Wilson targets him more this game. But on the other hand, Tyler Lockett has been doing really well for the Seahawks last couple games. He's getting better, so I think that should be interesting to see what the Seahawks do. And I just think that Russell Wilson needs to go at the ball to DK Metcalf more often. Like, he's forcing it when it doesn't need to be forced, and when it does need to, he's not forcing it. So I think there's a reason Metcalf is the first, the number one receiver in the for the team. So just get the ball to DK Metcalf. The next key to watch is the Seahawks defense versus the 49ers offense. Obviously, the Seahawks defense has been doing really well, I would say, over the past couple games. And let's see if they can keep improving. Bobby Wagner against the 49ers run game, Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon should be fun to watch. But getting into our final matchup for this game, I really want to see Adrian Peterson versus the Niners rush defense. So we know Adrian Peterson was signed just 4 days ago on the day of the upload. He's in my opinion, he's top 3 all time in running backs, top 5 if not top 3. So but recently in the last couple of years, he just hasn't doing as well as he used to. Mostly it's just because he's getting older. But the Seahawks said that he's going to be the starter because Alex Collins is injured for this game, like I mentioned earlier. So I really want to see what he does. I personally, I don't think he'll have a big game. I'm just saying, like, if you just look at the stats, he's been not averaging that well. I think he'll average like 3.6 yards a carry. So still not horrible, but, obviously could do better, below average game for Adrian Peterson. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate Adrian Peterson, and it'll just be cool to see him in a Seahawks uniform. And it's Adrian Peterson. He's always fun to watch. So finally, for our last segment of today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to happen in this game. So I think the Seahawks will unfortunately lose this game. This season's just not their season. It's quite disappointing. You hate to see it because the Seahawks are always playoff contenders, but last week against the Washington football team with that heartbreaking loss, they're also out of the playoff picture. And I think, they're missing the playoffs. And keep in mind, if the Seahawks lose one more game, Russell Wilson won't have a winning record in each of his seasons with the Seahawks. So keep that in mind as well. But I do think the Seahawks will lose this game. I think it'll be kind of a close game, but not really. I think it'll be 21-14 with the 49ers winning. pretty comfortably. But I do think the Seahawks offense will be better than we've seen it. Obviously, I don't think it'll be as good as it was the earlier weeks of the season, but I think it puts up 14 points. I think it should be somewhat decent. So yeah, today's kind of a short video because it's a late upload. We will have a post-game analysis. I know we haven't been doing that much often recently. We've been pretty busy, especially with, school and stuff. We also haven't uploading too much. But yes, we will get back to that upload, and we will have a 49ers game preview sometime later in the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys enjoy the game. Go Hawks, hopefully. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.